Oh, yeah! Woo! What's up, Washington, D.C.? Wait a minute, I don't think I hear everybody on the right side. What's up, Washington, D.C.? Everybody on the left side. What's up, Washington, D.C.? Everybody in the middle. What's up, Washington, D.C.? Everybody, what's up, Washington, D.C.? My name is YG Nyghtstorm, and I want to tell you guys something. I love this country. Now, let me tell you why I love this country. If you follow me on my YouTube channel or anywhere else, 27 years ago, 1992, I was 18 years old. Now, I know I look good for my age. Come on now, I do look good for my age. I got 7 adult children and 1 grandbaby, so I think I'm good. But 27 years ago, I was homeless and sleeping on the streets of Atlanta. I had been beaten up, robbed, my shoes and my socks was taken, and I was literally urinated on. And I wanted to give up. And I said to myself, I said, Father, I feel like you have abandoned me. And I was talking to God about this, and when I was ready to give up the ghost, let me tell you why this country is so important to me. Right when I was ready to die, a Rolls Royce pulled up next to me. And in that Rolls Royce, it was a short little white man about this tall, old guy, maybe 72 years old. And he walked around the car, and he saw me laying on the sidewalk. And he said, young man, are you cold? I said, it's November, duh. But he said, okay. He said, are you okay? I said, I'm homeless, duh. And he said, I want to tell you something. I understand where you come from. And I said, how in the hell do you understand where I come from? You are white. You are driving a Rolls Royce, a $500,000 car. You look like you've never suffered a day in your life. How do you understand where I come from? And he said, young man, let me tell you something. In 1954 in Chicago, I was homeless, and he said he was sleeping on the streets in front of Wrigley Field, and a black man in a car drove by and saw him laying there on the ground because he had also been beaten up. He had also had his shoes and socks taken, and that black man was a short guy who got out the car and walked around the car, and he looked at him, and he took off his shoes and had on a pair of Argyle socks. And he put those Argyle socks on that man's feet. He said, let me tell you something, young man. I know exactly where you come from because suffering doesn't have a skin color. So if you can imagine, I had to slow my roll. But he looked down at me and he saw my feet, and they were ashy and crusty. And he sat down next to me, and he took off his shoes, right? And guess what he had on? He had on a pair of Argyle socks. And he took those Argyle socks off his feet, and he slid them on my feet, and he prayed over me. And he said, just as sure as these socks cover your feet, God is going to cover your life. Now go forth and make a difference. And when I tell you something, that one incident ignited my faith. It made me understand that God does love me in spite of my circumstances. And regardless of my skin color, there are people out there that love me, that will give a damn about me, and they don't care about this. So when I tell you The American dream, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters, is very, very real. But the American dream is not a one-time thing. It's not. Let me give you another nugget. I just moved here from Atlanta 48 hours ago. And the reason why I moved here is because a company named the American Principles Project, they said, YG, we need you to come to DC. We need some of that love. We need some of that God. We need some of that faith in this town. Come on to DC, YG. And you better believe I took the job as their new director of the defense of America because I lived this. So when I tell you something, I donated 99% of all of my stuff, gave everything to my brothers, my children are happy, and 50% I gave to my ex-wife. Well, she paid for half of it anyway. Decided to give it back to her, but when I tell you this, the American dream is real for every man, every woman, every son, every daughter. Regardless of who tells you, regardless of what the media says, regardless of what the Democrat Party say that you are a victim, you are a victor. When they say that you have been conquered for 400 years, you have risen for 400 years. So I want to say this because my time is up. I want to say God bless you and everyone you hold dear. For every man that's trying to hold on to his family because he lost his job during the coronavirus, may God empower you. May every woman who is holding on to her children because they've been arguing back and forth over Black Lives Matter, may God empower you. And for all the students who are in college dealing with progressive socialists attacking them, may God empower you. And may God empower our president as he kicks coronavirus's ass. So I'm going to finish with this, and I always do a power pose for everybody that knows me, and the power pose is simply this, to show the strength of America. So can y'all power pose with me? Are you ready on the right? Are you ready on the left? Are you ready in the middle? We are going to go in 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! MAGA, baby. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.